Hello, and welcome back to our travel adventures. And my name is Kevin, and this is my wife Pat,
Hi.
and we are homestead news with Kevin and Pat. And in El Paso, there are I don't know, probably over 100 historical markers. We have not seen them all. We have not visited them all, but uh, in today's video, we do visit some of them. So let's get going and see some of that great history here in El Paso. Southwestern International Livestock Show and Rodeo. Livestock shows and rodeos have a grand heritage in Texas, drawing from traditions of Hispanic vaqueros and Western cattle drives. Organized competitions in the state date from the 1880s, with the first documented El Paso rodeo occurring in 1896. The city hosted the Texas Livestock Association convention in 1902, and within a few years, local stock shows and rodeos were common. In April 1929, the El Paso Commercial Club sponsored a ranchman's reunion and rodeo, which proved so popular. Another event was held in September. The Optimists, Kiwanis, and other civic groups began hosting competitions that evolved into the Southwestern Baby Beef, Hog, and Sheep Show. In 1934, the El Paso Chamber of Commerce became the sponsor of the growing event, then billed as the Southwestern Livestock Show, which included strong participation from 4-H clubs, the Future Farmers of America, FFA, and other groups. Rodeos sponsored by the El Paso Police Department and Sheriff's Posse debuted in the late 1930s. With a combined Southwestern Livestock Show and rodeo taking shape in 1940. After being held at various locations, including Washington Park, the show has made the El Paso County Coliseum its permanent home since the facility opened in 1942. New activities, including horse shows and parades, were added as the event grew, and in 1964 the expanded festivities were renamed the Southwestern International Livestock Show and Rodeo. This citywide celebration provides support to young people and continues to recall the ranching tradition of the region, an important link between the state's rural and urban character. El Camino Real, the King's Highway. The regal highway extending between His Catholic Majesty's far-flung kingdoms of New Spain, from Mexico City to the Kingdom of New Mexico, passed here. From 1581 onward, it was the route followed by conqueror, padre, merchant, adventurer, and settler. Along its course, past ox cart and mills train and the traffic of the new realm. Historic sidewalk clock. The sidewalk clock has marked time in downtown El Paso since 1911. Made by the E. Howard and Company of Boston, Massachusetts, it is a masterpiece of cast iron workmanship, featuring two large round faces and mounted on a classical column that measures 15 feet from the base to the center of the dial. The clock continues to operate using its original mechanical movement. Introduced in the 1860s, sidewalk clocks were popular in American cities both as everyday conveniences and as advertising devices. A small business would buy a sidewalk clock and install it in front of the store, often painting the name of the business onto the clock face or above the face of the bonnet. When the business owners moved, they usually took their clocks with them. Julius H. Alberts, whose jewelry store is pictured here on the marker, would was the clock's last owner. He donated this clock to the city of El Paso in 1929. Since then, it has been located in different sites downtown. The clock was completely restored in 2005 by David Say of the Regulator Time Company, Manhattan, Kansas, with a grant from the Renaissance Fund of the El Paso Community Foundation. The restoration project was a partnership of the El Paso Downtown Management District, Rio Grande Clock Club, City of El Paso, and the El Paso Community Foundation. Captain Frank Jones, born in Austin, Texas, 1856. Killed by bandits, June 30th, 1893, near San Elizario, while commanding Company D, Texas Rangers. This next marker is the approximate site of the mission and pueblo of San Antonio De Senecu, established by Don Antonio de Olderman and Father Fray Francisco Ayeda, OFM, in 1682, maintained by Franciscan missionaries for the civilizi- civil- civilizing and Christianizing of the Paro and Tompero Indians.